very good morning. I've been just looking for some samples. Because I moved offices, I had to move out of my office and be currently in the dining room. That I can't remember where I put them, and I was looking through the boxes all morning trying to find them, and I just had an idea that where they could be, but they weren't there. So never mind. I'm gonna have to show you a picture. How's everybody this morning? Very good. Good morning to you. It's quite overcast here. It looks like a little bit windy and dull outside, so I think it will be a perfect day for beading inside. So Creation Station is back today. What I really wanted to do, I haven't got the beads here for it, so I'm gonna have to get some from work next week. Oh, Victoria just made me a cup of coffee. Thank you, lovely. But when I was reading my stash this morning, I found 5mm miracle beads, and I love them. They're brand new. We only had them maybe about 3 weeks or so. So we're gonna apply with those today, and I got something what I really wanted to have a go for a long time. But this is some of those things that you sit down, you want to play with it, but unfortunately with time and like been doing TV and back full work now and doing the lives and doing everything else, trying out things is the last what sort of gets. It is on the list and always gets to put up. So let me quickly say hello to you all. I want to bring up the comments what you did on my post yesterday about what we need to do, for what we should or what we could or what I can do for Creation Station, and just want to give you a little bit of feedback on that one, and then we're gonna start making. So good morning, Monica, Dawn. Rachel is saying it's a horrible weather, nothing but rain, wind in South Yorkshire, so perfect day to stay inside. Morning, Diane. Morning, Seema, Di, Sarah from Bridgewater. Camille is saying she sent like a little emoji, the raining one, so it's raining in Wiltshire. Morning, Paula. Paula is saying wrong page again. So what I figured out, and I'm actually just going to double check it because I only checked it on my feed, that we are going to be live on both pages at the same time. And yeah, I'm there. I'm on both pages at the same time. So last week, or was it the week before, Lucy very quickly jumped in and told me that I was going on Totally Beads. Instead of Totally Beads, I was going on live in my own page, and we have to come off and go back on. So now I figured out how can I be live in both places at the same time. Morning, Margaret. Morning, Carol. Carol saying wet and windy Devon. Morning, Paula, Linda. Linda's saying, good morning, I won't be able to live with you, but catch up later. You can do after I finish live. It's always uploaded to Facebook, so you can go back and watch it. Morning, Margaret. Camille. Miracles. Camille is saying, love miracle beads. I do too. It's one of those things that I think miracle beads started off some of like beads for children, or I don't even know, but they started off in a sort of with a different angle, but I think they are so fantastic. I really love them, and because they're lightweight, they're acrylic, they are perfect to work with for loads of different things. Good morning, Kitty and everyone. Susan is saying good morning, Susan. Good morning, Mina, Annie, Angela. I haven't even looked at the window to see what the weather is doing this morning. Oh, bless. Jean's saying good morning, Kitty, Sarah, and all my beading friends. Morning, Annie, Victoria. Victoria is saying she's got her spiders. Ooh, spooky. I have freaked myself out with the spiders a few times. So I think next time when we do something for Halloween, perhaps I need to go for pumpkins or something a bit less scary. Good morning, Robin. Robin is from USA. It's 5 a.m. where she is. Morning, Sue from Plymouth, Betty, Jody. So if you're new today, do please put new in the comments and say where you're watching from, because we love meeting new people and welcoming to our little beading family here. Morning, Diane, Irene, Marion, Marion is saying it's sunny in Camden Island. So maybe we all need to head to Ireland today. By the evening, we will be there, I'm sure. Good morning, Sheila is saying the last few days I have found it difficult to access the live video. Is anyone else having a problem? Do let me know if you have a problem with anything because sometimes it can be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, I think that coffee went down on the wrong hole. If you got a problem or anything like that, just do let us know because I'll get Molly or somebody or Simon to have a look at it. Morning, Angela Wilkinson, new from Birmingham, UK. Hello, it's we live every day at 10 a.m. and we do all sorts of different techniques and loads of different jewelry making fun. Well, not just jewelry because we have been doing home decor as well, but using our beads. Today is Creation Station, which is different from our normal tutorials. Today we're playing with beads. So I got 5mm miracle beads on my mat here, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to turn you down. I'm going to try with a bead, but if you want something else in it, I can very quickly run and get beads or anything else out I need to get out, and we can try those. I love these sessions because you never know what you end up with. Morning, Jeanette, Betty, Hazel, coffee and watching. Morning, Sheila, Pat, Linda, Amanda. Amanda's saying it's very windy here near Red Roof in Cornwall. Hazel, good morning. New. Oh, Hazel is new. Good morning. Let us know where you're watching from, Hazel. Having trouble seeing the comments. So I think it depending on what device you're watching on, you might need to click comments on or comments off on there. Definitely do that on the iPad. And if you're watching it on a PC or computer, then you have to click on the link to bring it up, and then the comment should come up on the left-hand side. And it's saying, Google it. I can't describe them, but it's kind of like they have a glow to them. That's miracle beads, and I'm going to show you just in a sec. They look great. I love them. And in fact, I'm going to go and grab the box with the larger size as well, because the larger size, the better the effect you have. And I've got my beaded miracle beads as well, so I'm just going to grab that and we're going to get starting. Welcome, Hazel. Angela Carroll saying, Mina saying welcome to the new members. It's such a lovely family here. Right, let me just grab the bigger miracle beads as well. And 2 of my beaded balls, which I made with huge miracle beads, and they look great as well. So I'm going to turn you down on the mat. I'm going to explain what miracle beads are, and then we're going to start making. Let's go here, and we're going down. Right, miracle beads. This is my lovely Lucy labeled the bags up for me. So each one of those bags are got the color name on there, and that they are 5mm. So miracle beads are an acrylic beads, and they are made to look like that they have, and I'm going to show you in this big one. I'm going to bring this inside. It reflects light, but they always reflect the light, and they make it look like there is a bead inside the bead what you're just looking at. So I did these 2 very large beaded beads, and they used to sit in my bowl on my coffee table with pot puree, and just was just a really great decoration. I love beaded beads. So, and I'm just going to open up a couple of bags. They come many different colors. So we stock some of the sizes, we stock up to 20 different colors. The 5mm we have 10 because it's a new size what we've been trying. Let me just pop myself in a corner so you can see me as well, that talking to you. There's a new size what we're trying, the 5mm, but I really want to try this pattern with it. Right, so let's have a look. This one is 10mm, and I'm going to pick it up with a needle for you. So with miracle beads, the way how you turn them, they also call them illusion beads. Let me just push these up to the top. They're the 5 mils. They are also called illusion beads because depending on how they catch. Oh, Hazel is new from Spain. Oh, good morning, Hazel. Welcome to our little beading family here. I think we have got a really nice little community going here. Right, so I'm just going to pick these miracle beads up, and as I move them around, you can see as the light is changing on them, they sometimes can look like, if I actually, this is what I'm going to do. So you can see the light is on there. So if I block the light with my hand, that's going to change. So you can see a bead inside a bead. I just really, really love them. It comes in many different colors. Oh, Robin is saying, oh my gosh, what abuses. They are really great to work with. And we've done loads of different things with them. We've done, ooh, actually, one sec, guys. I'm saying I got nothing here. Because my samples, some of them are here, some of them are, these are miracle beads. So now here, when you see in a setting, you can see this is flat spiral, that how nice they work out. And as you move them, they're going to be sort of quite nice and bright at the moment, but as you move them, the light changes on them and they go darker and they go lighter. But because of our setup here with the light, we're gonna see, just move this, we're gonna see that light shining through it no matter how we add them. And we even did like a rainbow flat spiral. This was a really great fun. This is one of our kids. Molly, if you are there, which I know you there, Molly's watching, she's in the background in the warehouse, so in 2 different locations, but these keeping an eye on the comments for you. So we did this flat spiral with miracle beads, and we did an ombre, and we did a rainbow pack as well. Do pop this in the comments, anybody fancy them, because they're really great fun to make. The ombre one, actually that's upstairs in my bedroom. I'm not going to run up because I'll be out of breath if I come back down, but I wear the ombre one all the time. But I really, really love them. Right, so we're going to be playing with the 5mm beads today. Before we do that, I got a picture to show you. This is following up from last week, and this picture is from Sandra. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just go to the right screen. Just really want to, Susan, sorry, not Sandra, Susan, I know it was beginning with this. So we were playing with these lovely pearl beads, and they are a right shape, and we were making them into a right angle weave, little sort of squares sitting nicely and neatly next to each other, and we come up with all sorts of different designs how to decorate the top. So Sandra sent this picture in. I think it looks great. She used 2 different colors of, or actually I think there's 3 different colors of pearls there, and then she decorated top. I think it looks fantastic. I really do love that one. Sue is saying, good morning everyone, wet and chilly in Essex today. It's wet and chilly up here in North Essex as well. I know Sue is down South Essex. Right, let's get making. So what I really want to do is we're going to be using the 5mm beads, the 5mm miracle beads, and the necklace I just showed you, that is proper right angle weave. Today we're going to do modified right angle weave with this one, because modified right angle weave is just a little bit quicker, and you sort of go around it quite quickly. And we did a couple of bracelets like that before, so hopefully for some of you will know the technique. Now I'm using 5mm miracle beads, and I'm guessing, but I might be wrong, so you might have to go and grab different seed beads. We're gonna need size 8 seed beads. Now Molly has added a few to the page. I'm not depending on what color you want to use with it. This is called root beer, a really dark brown color, almost black, or we got frosted black. Bronze could go nicely with it. I added quite a few colors because that will be the overall color of your bracelet, I guess, with the seed beads. You putting little bits of pieces there, which one to go for. I'm actually tempted, to be honest, to go with a gray color, because when you're using an ombre or rainbow or anything, when using more than one color all the way down, you want a color which Minnie's saying, I want to learn this. Lord is saying, I can't do the clasp properly, but now I want the rainbow one. Yes, they really do look nice. I think Molly has given us the link as well. Very, very easy technique. We can go back and revisit it in another Facebook Live, because that is one of my favorites as well. I love doing them. I think I'm going to go with a grey colour, because I think that will, this is more like a muddy colour, that will fit with all, or maybe this one. This is 83F. I think that will look going nice with all the beads, or a lighter one perhaps. Bringing in a lighter one, that will look nice as well. Decision. This is the thing, that this is what we do. We sort of sit here and play around and just line my beads up and see what colors go with what. And this is what takes sometimes quite a bit of time, because you try it with one color, you think it's gonna fit, but it's all proportions, because at the moment you're seeing quite a lot of the seed beads, but once we start the pattern, you're only gonna see one seed bead here or there, and the color might disappears in there. But I'm gonna try this 82F, but you could take it to a bronzy color. This is a really nice coppery color, I think, which would go with it as well. It's like, if you think about it, this seed bead is only gonna be like what a clasp on a handbag. So if you have a red handbag and you have rose gold clasps on there, or you can have black, or you can have gray, or you can have a rhodium color. This seed bead is only going to represent gray. A lot of you saying the gray. Is it this gray? Oh, just missing kiss of a wink. Oh, Robin is saying, I'm about to get the side-eye from my husband when he sees it's international package from Totally Beads. The shopping is about to be out of control. Oh, no. Robin, I do exactly the same. I just been to IKEA yesterday. No, the day before. I went on Tuesday. And I came home, and because we're redoing my daughter's bedroom and doing all sorts of things, I got a really big side eye, and that side eye was on me for about 5 minutes. So I knew exactly how you feel. Right, I'm going to try this darker one. Let's see what happens, and then we can... Judy's asking, will the stone skull beads colors go with miracle beads? The stone skull beads, are you referring to the highlight ones? The highlight one's quite nice and colourful as well, so I don't see why they wouldn't go. I'm going to use either this brown thread, or have I got a charcoal colour or a grey one? No, I'm going to go with the grey one, because that will disappear nicer with my other ones as well. Oh yes, that grey. So this is it's, if I pour some on the mat, they are grey, but they have this I call this a muddy color, because it's have like a hint of brown in there as well. So it's a really great color, and I do use it in quite a lot of things. Good morning, Gwen. She just joined us. I use this color a lot. So it's 82 for the shiny version and 82F for the non-shiny version. It's funny how I can't think of the name. I think it's Brown Iris. Molly, can you let us know what is it? Not 82, 83 or 83F. Let us know what the proper name for this color. So it's 83, the shiny, and 83F is the non-shiny version of it. So let us know. I'm gonna get these, let's get those 4 mils off, because I'm actually don't need those just right now. We might need the formulas later, so I wanted to leave them on the side, but I'm going to pop them just in here. So since I moved setups and I moved rooms, I'm only working from, I had the big table with this really nice white cloth, and now I'm only working a little, not a little, from a bead mat size. I need to work out, and I did get another little table in IKEA, which I need to put together and sort out, so I can have a bigger table on the other way. Right, Mina is saying, Kitty, when you said 5mm miracle beads, let's just add this up here so everybody can see what you're saying, lovely. So Mina is saying, Kitty, when you said 5mm miracle beads, then I did think of right angle weavers. You have done double one, but I also did one row and it's beautiful. Yes, so that's what we're going to try. We're going to try, I just add a few more beads. We're going to try modified right angle weave, which is still right angle weave, but with the help of our size 8 beads, we're going to progress on it quite quickly, because in right angle weave, as I showed it to you last week and a week before, you have to go round and round and round and snaking up, always stepping up, getting to the right place where you can add your beads or add further beads. Now with modified right angle weave, because you're using size 8 seed beads at the same time, you very quickly can run through the row, because you don't have to, there's virtually hardly any stepping up in there at all. So I love it. I think it's just sort of a different way to do things. I should have added these in little pots, but I just didn't want to. My lovely Lucy, she put them all in the bag and written the colors on there for me. So I wanted to keep it there so I know exactly what color is what, because like in 5mm we only do 10 colors, but we got similar colors in gold, so I really wanted to know what color is called what. Right, so we are going to start with, I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 of my first color. I'm going to take it all the way down, and I'm going to push this actually up a little bit so you can see me better. Take these seed beads down, they're size 8 seed beads. Take these a little bit up. Ooh, stay in your colors, guys. Stay. That's it. So we got a nice, you see it. Now I'm going to wrap this around my finger, and I'm going to go through all of those beads one more time. Pull this up nice and tight. Again, I went all the way around. Now, as you know, I don't like to work right next to my tail, so I'm going to go through the next bead or two, just sort of work away from my tail. So if you're a beginner, once before, when you are the same place where your tail is, you could, actually let's go up one more, because then I'm pulling the opposite direction. So I've got a nice solid piece. You could always knot your end and your beginning together. I don't like doing that, because by doing that I will, the knot can seep into the hole and then you won't be able to add further beads. So modified right angle weave. So usually in right angle weave, I would pick up 3 right now, go through this bead again, and then go through the next 2 bead, pick up another 3 bead, step up to the next 2 beads. With modified right angle, what we're doing, we are virtually taking out the stepping up. So I'm going to pick up 1 size 8, and I'm going to pick up 3 of my next color, just like that. I'm going to come through, so this is going to be our side, and this is our top bead. So I'm coming out, my thread is exiting that way. So I'm going to take my thread, I want to come through this bead, but from the other side towards the side I'm working on. And when I pull this up, those beads are just going to pop right in there. So we have our figure of 8, what you would have in normal right angle weave, but we got this little seed beads which makes life easier. And all we need to do now is to go through this side bead and we are ready to add further beads, just like that. And again, you're going to repeat the same thing. You're going to pick up one size 8. I'm going to go and through the next, I'm just going to turn this light a tiny bit up. Is that better? Just a little bit brighter. Pick up 3 miracle beads from the next color. Take this all the way down. And again, I'm coming out of the side and I want to go through the top bead from the other side, just like that. Oh, Lotus is saying, I love to do the Sofia necklace with those little miracles. That, yeah, that could look really good as well. But with the Sofia, I think we use 6mm and 10mm. So those are the sizes you would have to choose if you're going to do that one to work the same pattern. So I'm coming out of this bead I just went through. To step up, I'm just going to go through these side miracle beads and come all the way to the top. Oh, Sandy's saying, oh no, I overslept. Oh, bless you. We will upload the video once we're finished and you can go back and watch it from the beginning. We're just playing with miracle beads today. So these are 5mm miracle beads. And they're brand new. We never had 5mm ones before. And when we were ordering when I was making the order earlier this year, I decided that we give it a go and see what we can come up with. And I think, actually, I'm on the 3rd one now. I think this size work like a treat with those size 8 seed beads. So we had a bracelet before, which is called the Lily bracelet. If you want to check that on the website, that was using the same technique, but was using 5mm satin pearl beads. So just giving you a little look, and I'm going to do this all the way up, and I'm going to add all those different beads. And as you can see, I'm going to pop this down, that little seed beads, you only a tiny little proportion of our bracelet. So in theory, it can, you know, when you put the colors together, you could get away using any color there. Oh, Carol's saying, thanks, I'm back in now. So sometimes you have to refresh your browser. It could be our end or it could be your end. Sometimes Facebook just sort of playing up. 1, 2, 3. I'm exiting on the side. So I'm going to weave myself, come from the other side on the top. Lotus is saying, I love this little chevron pattern. Yes, I love working with multicolors. I love using, I think it's turning out quite nice. I love using loads of different colors together. I think it just really cheers you up. It really, for me, it's more, I don't know. I love colorful things. You would think in our house we got loads of colorful stuff, but like if I think about our bedroom furniture is grey, the office furniture I just got, which once the ceiling is finished is going back, is white. So I think all the colors around me is like sort of block beige colors, and I think that's why when I sit down on my bead mat and I start working with beads, I absolutely love working and mixing colors and adding things together, because I think that's where sort of I get all my colors. Right, 1 seed bead and 4 of the green beads now. And again, coming out on the side and then just coming through the top. I think this works really, really nicely. And then to step up, so normally you would have to go to 3 beads. We're going to ignore that size 8 and just go through that miracle bead to go all the way to the up. Oh, Lotus is saying, I want them all. Diane's saying, question, why don't you use a seed bead on both sides of the original? Right, so with this modified right angle weave, you're only adding the seed beads on one side, and you have to add the seed beads on the other side when you're coming back down, because that's the way how the stitch works. If we had, if we were doing normal right angle weave, then we would be just adding our little miracle beads here on, and then coming back and adding the seed beads later. With this one, you just sort of one side is a little bit quicker. So we got all 10 colors on there. Now we either got the option, actually that gold would have been really nice next to this like really dark shadowy color as well, so maybe that should have been in there, but never mind. I'll choose my sort of color scheme. So now what we can do, we can either double back and start with this color again, or we can sort of go back to green, aqua, blue. So shall we do sort of go back down on our colors, or shall we start with the white one again? Do let me know which one would you like me to do. There is no yellows. We got a gold in the 5mm, but there's only 10 colors we have in the 5mm in stock. 6mm we will have yellows and more colors, but to work with the size 8 seed beads you do need a 5mm bead, because 6mm bead is quite, it's a little bit too big, and then your pattern will be distorted. Go back down. So we're going back down then. So I'm going with the green. After that, yellow. Actually, if you're gonna go back down, what I'm gonna do, instead of straight going back with the green, I'm gonna add another section of yellow, or we could have like a little bit of a bigger, but not yellow, sorry, gold, a little bit of section of gold, but definitely one more gold to make that a little bit thicker in the middle there, and then we gonna skip back down with the colors. Will 4mm be okay? 4mm will be too small for this pattern, but you could try 4mm with size 11 seed beads. I haven't tried it, so I don't know if it will work, but if you do try it, do pop a picture in one of our handmade groups so we can all see it. Again, size 8, and I'm just double added that gold. How's that gonna look? I'm not sure. I think it looks a bit, no, I'm gonna take it back and take the double gold out. I think it looks a bit awkward there. So I'm gonna remove it. Sometimes you just have to try things. I sort of had this idea to make this gold bigger and then just go back down with the colors, but sometimes you have to sort of try things to be able to work out. We haven't secured anything, we haven't added any clasp on or anything like that, so we very quickly we can just take those beads off and carry on. Just gonna thread my needle back up. So you will be using quite a lot of thread with this technique, because you're going to be running up and down on your bracelet. You can leave it as a single row, or you can actually go back on the other side and add a second row if you like. It's up to you. With 5mm beads, they are quite they're not too small, but shall we do a second? Well, let me add a few more bits, and then we see if we need a second row, or we're going to leave it as a one row bracelet. Shall we just try it? So do let me know if you like miracle beads, and if you use them, what have you used them before? Is there a particular project you really like using them with, or is there, I know like a lot of people made little hearts, sort of window hangers. Jo comes to mind. She done some stars and bits of pieces with them, which I think looked absolutely amazing. I'll see if I can get some pictures for some people. If you have made anything with miracle beads before, do PM me, private message me, either on Kitty Robinson Designs or on Total Beads a picture, and then what I do next week when we have the creation station again, I can come back and show you those pictures. Oh, Camille is saying the sun is coming back out. Woohoo! Well, there's no sun here. Can you send some sun our way as well, please? But bear in mind, it's October now, So the weather is going to be turning. It's always so, I don't know, like September comes and goes, and then all of a sudden you realize it's October and the weather turned and it's all colder outside. But last night we actually went for a walk because I love the smell of a wood burning fire. And this time of the year, I suppose people, it's not too cold outside, so but it's like, you know, they just might just have the little fire going on in the living room, and you can smell the fire as you walk around. And I love walking around and smelling that fire. I don't know, that's one of my favorite smells. That it's not like a smoky smell, but that it's the smell of the smoke, I suppose. But and really nice wood burning fire. I just love it. Right, so I'm down to the red, and I got 3 more colors to do, and I'm going to check for size. We might need to add a few more on the end. Might just want to add the last colors, more of the white ones. We can do that on both ends. I haven't cut the bobbin off, so it's still on the other end, so I can come back and add more beads on there. Carol is saying, I'm quite happy to have a dull and wet day now and again. I don't feel so guilty beading. Exactly, Carol. So when you have a dull day like today, you don't have to feel guilty at all. Just to stay inside, do your crafting, do your beading, do bits and pieces. I think it's just perfect. Right, I'm just adding, I'm just going to go and add the last color, and then we see for size and we decide what we're going to do and what way are we going to go. Pamela is saying good morning everyone. Good morning Kitty, good morning to you my lovely as well. So you're saying I have used them and made a lanyard. I'm not really sure what is that. Post a picture into our group so we can all see that, but we'll have a look. Right, so we went all the way up and all the way down with our colors, and it's given us this length. Now when I was in my office, I know exactly where my ruler was, and do excuse, I got one actually on the table, because it's not a ruler, it's a measuring tape, because I was measuring the wall the other day, and I've taken it with me as well. So we're gonna have to go. This is workman one from the garage, but we will know. So this one is gonna give you just over 14 centimeters or 5.5 inches. So for a bracelet, it depends on how big is your wrist, you really do want it a little bit bigger. Now bear in mind as well, when we're gonna come down, ooh, what happened here? Oh no, I got a rogue bead. That's me talking too much. Oh no! See, it happens to most of us. Happens to everybody. Happens to me. Happens to Sarah. I'm very quickly. It's only 3 steps back. I'm gonna take it back. Is that bead? No, which really gonna annoy me. There is a trick what you can do actually before I take it all back, to make that bead disappear. And I'm gonna quit. I don't know if I should show you, because us designers do this all the time. Now I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be running the risk of cutting the thread. But sometimes when you beaded something for hours and hours, it can, let me just grab my pliers and I'll show you what I mean. Right, there we go. I really need a chain nose one, so we're going to use this one. No, I think the chain nose one is in the lounge. So sometimes you can get away with this. You're going to break the bead. So you're going to take your pliers, and I just sort of hold the bead in the end of my pliers. I'm going to break it. It's going to work. The bead, oh good, we haven't we broke the bead, and now we don't have to go back and remove it because that's all gone. Obviously, we get this little, be careful with the little shards of bead here, but that's one trick what I do or what you can do to get rid of or get yourself out a little bit of a pickle, because now I could have taken it up back, we only were like 3 stitches along, but sometimes you go along and then you do your stitching and maybe only an hour later you realize that, oops, actually I got an extra bead there. So that's how you can get rid of an extra bead. Well, that's how I'll do it, but you will run the risk of cutting the thread. So if you do it very, very carefully, and as well be careful that, and saying, think we have all done it. If you do it, be careful that it doesn't fly in your eye either. Then saying that's what I did, making the van to get the wire between the beads. Carrie's saying I did it when doing my crochet bracelets, as I had nearly finished and had put on too many of the same color. I know, it happens to me as well. I'm checking it constantly, but sometimes when you're beading like 9-10 o'clock at night, mistakes does happen. Oh, Betty's saying I'm not looking. Oh, Margaret's saying, hey, that's what I do. Oh, so it's not only me. Everybody's doing the same trick, I guess. It's one of those tricks what you like not so proud of, but you do it anyway. Right, okay, so sorry, wobbling the camera. So it's not long enough. So now we got either the option to add more white ones on either end to have towards our class, or we're gonna add more colors into it. I am leaning towards that if I added another maybe 2 sections of white on either side, that's going to give us pretty much the right. So another 2 section is going to give me 17 centimeters. So I reckon you need another probably four sections on either side to give me the right length. Or I could have doubled up on the colors when I was doing them. It's all sort of, yeah, I think I'm just going to add, shall we just add the white at the end? Or shall we add some colors? Or shall what we can do, we can, oh yes, we can do that. Why don't we do that? Oh no, we got the white one here. So that white one is going to be like that. So if we added a different color there, a grey one at the start, then we could have gone it back down. Or if you go all the way up, that might be the right length. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to run back up with the colors and see if that's going to be the right amount, because we got 10 colors in this, so I need to add 9 colors after the white. So I'm saying 4 colors on either side, so that's about 8. So if I'm doing 9, that's probably exactly the right amount of what I'm looking for, and then I don't have to disturb my pattern. So I'm going to run back up with the colors. So we went all the way up, all the way down, and now we're going all the way back up. So we're going to have a really nice rainbow effect, I guess, all the way. And just adding them. Dan is saying do all the colors. Jordan is saying you could do black ones. Yes, you could do just a color going towards the back and only do the rainbow in the middle. You could do all sorts of things, and this is what is the beauty of making your own jewelry, because you are doing and making it. So you are the designer. You can decide what colors to put in, what colors not to put in. You can decide to add an extra row or take away a row. You can decide to add something to the top, or it's entirely you can and this is why I love it, because I'm just sort of playing with it. And my son loves Lego, and he plays with Lego quite often and makes all sorts of different things up putting the little blocks together. And that is what we're doing here, really. We're just not playing with Lego, we're playing with beads, because we're adding them together in different ways, in different techniques, different stitches, but keep adding them together nonetheless, and see what we come up with. And we haven't secured anything, there's nothing lost. If I come to the end of the bracelet and I think that actually this was okay, but I'm not 100% about it, I'm not sure about it, I'll cut it up and start again. All you're gonna lose is a little bit of thread, and a thread is probably, I don't know, like £1.25 for 72 meters. So if you lose a couple of meters of thread, you lost like 3p worth of material, which is really nothing, but you rescue your beads and you can use them again and again and again. It's not like when you baked a cake, when you mix the mix up, that's it. That's nothing you can do with it. Here, we can rescue the beads anytime we want. And I have done it so many times that I made something and I just cut it up and I started again. Sometimes I make something, I put it to the side while I'm designing or trying to work out a different pattern for it, just as a reminder that not to go down on that street again, or why was that wrong, or why did that look, and I cut it up at the end when I finished. If I just made little snippets with loads, like, you know, just a few beads, and I didn't use too many beads, I usually keep those as a little reminder. I call them tryouts, and I got a few boxes of them now, but it's quite nice to look back on them later on. And right, I think this is definitely the right size now by looking at it. When I'm gonna come down, this is gonna contract and go together. I love that color. What did I do? No, okay. For a second I panicked. I went wrong with the colors, but I didn't. I think that looks really good. So this is 21.5 centimeter now. Once I go back down, it's probably going to be 19 centimeter, or just under 19 centimeter, which is perfect for me with adding a clasp. So what shall we do? Shall we add another row, or shall we just have it one row? I think just having it one row is going to make a really nice skinny bracelet. So let's leave it, maybe let's leave it a one row for today, and then see if you can come up with any other versions, making it 2 row, and pop some pictures up in the group so we can all see it. Right, so if you were going to make it 2 rows, you're going to turn around the corner. I'm just going to sort of talk you through it. I'm not going to do it, but that's what you would turn around the corner, come right around these gold beads. And if I wanted to add another row, I would pick up 3 gold beads here, go through this gold bead, then pick up a seed bead, go to the green bead, and just pick up 2 green beads, come to the golden green, and all the way around. I'm looping it up all the way to the top. So the seed beads I'm going to be adding in the middle row, and on the side row there will still won't be any. Betty's saying I like it as 1 row. Yes, me too. I think I'm going to go back on this myself and just sort of finish this off. So if you wanted 2 row, you could do. So to do a 1 row, I'm just turned around the corner and I'm just going to run down on my bracelet between every single one of those beads. I'm going to be adding a seed bead, just like that, all the way down, going through the colors. Filling those gaps, and as you can see how it balances out your pattern. But you still get the lovely rainbow effect, you still get that lovely. I love working with loads of colors. I think even if you just do 3 colors, like ombreing backwards and forwards, blending them together, just can make your jewelry look really professional. So for example, just look at this. So if you rainbowed up and down, or sort of the ombre, blended the colors up and down between the white, the shadow and the black, that would look gorgeous as well. If we did the red, pink and purple, or the pink, purple and blue, that would look really gorgeous as well. If you did the blue, turquoise and green, that would look really good as well. So you don't have to do a whole rainbow. You can just get at sections of the rainbow. And oh look, the gold, green and turquoise would look lovely as well. Just to sort of, after this you go back to green, turquoise, and then go green, gold, then you go green, turquoise, so all the way up and down, having this effect, what we see here, up and down, going with the colors. I think that would look really, really great. What color are the seed beads? So the seed beads are the 83F. I'm not sure what the color name of them. Molly, can you please give us the color name for it? Because I think it's iris brown, frosted iris brown it's called, but I'm not 100%. I remember color numbers better than color names. How crazy is that? We've got a couple of questions I think I missed, but Molly just posted here for me. Jackie is asking, did I hear that you are going to have a new USB? When? I can't wait. So I'm working on the USB number 4, working on loads of different things at the moment, because with Sarah was down last week, and it's always happened when she comes down, we get everything sort of shaking up and everything, and we're gonna do loads of different things, and it's gonna be great. But I'll need to finish USB 4 this month, because I want to get that out of the way, and then I can really concentrate on Christmas and everything else. USB 4 is about 80% finished, so I got another I think about 3 or 4 designs to design, and one of them is gem duos, and a couple of other projects to sort of design, write up the instructions and do the video for, and then it will be released on the 4th of November. I really can't wait. This was supposed to be done like back in the spring, but then lockdown happened and everything happened, and we just all got caught up, and sort of everything normal what we were doing before, like normal work, had to be put on hold, and we just had to. That seed beads in the category as well. So I run all the way up to the top and added all these seed beads. Now if I pull this tight, you can see what happens, that this side is curling a little bit because the thread is tighter. So to counterbalance that, I'm gonna take my thread to the other side and just run my needle up all the way to the top. So as you can see, this is why you're using a lot of thread with this pattern, because you are running up and down with your beads, with your needle through your beads, using up your thread. So yes, keep an eye for USB number 4, and it will be geo beads. I'm probably not supposed to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. I can tell you. I know you're not gonna tell anybody, are you? It's gonna be on geo beads, so all sorts of beads with 2 holes. I loved doing this one because I love geo beads, and we featuring loads of them on there. So most of them has got 1 or 2 projects, apart from super duos, which I did a few more because I just love them. They're my favorites. Right, so went all the way down to the bottom to get a nice and even pattern, and all is it left to do is to attach a clasp. So what I like on these, that would be nice on the hairband findings that you had the other day. Have I got? Oh yes. Look, I still got it on my tray. You could put it on this thicker one, so you could wire it on there. That would look really good as well. Very good thinking, Lourdes. I would, if I did that, I would probably make it first, going all the way around, and then I would wrap it onto it. So when you wrap it onto it, I would probably go through the bead, then wrap it underneath it, come back, go through the middle bead, wrap it underneath it, come back, go through the middle bead, wrap it underneath it all the way along. I think that would look really good as well. Very good thinking. So adding a clasp, I'm going to add one of my magnetic clasps just because I love, love, love magnetic clasp. What color shall we add? I think I'm either going to go with this rhodium color or the black plate. The reason being because I think sometimes when you make a bracelet and you put the clasp next to it, what you intend to put in it, it won't look quite right. So I'm just going to see which color. Shall we use the darker one or shall we use the rhodium one? I think the darker one probably bends in a little bit better. And I just do this so they don't stick together. The darker one blends in a little bit better because it's more of the color of the seed beads, and the rhodium is just sort of introducing another color to the bracelet. So I'm going to go with this one. Diane's asking, why don't you use the seed bead on both sides of the original? Yes, we did. We just went back to it, lovely. I probably missed that question earlier. Yes, dark. Yes, I think that too. So we are right at the top, and we're gonna add our clasp to this. Now, when you add a clasp, always stop and pause and have a look at the clasp and have a look how is it gonna connect up to with your bracelet. So we could have used, yes, we could have used the 2-loop clasp as well. Let me just grab, have I got one of those here? No, I haven't. So we're going to use this one, but you could have used, so imagine this is a 2-loop clasp. You could have used the 2-loop clasp securing the loops on either side to your bracelet. They are the sliding clasp. Where did I put those? Bear with me 1 second. Let me grab one and see. Oh, actually I can see them. So I can show you what is the difference between using different clasps, because that is really what's the aim of this Facebook Live today, to creating and adding and using all sorts of different bits of pieces. So 2-loop clasp, let's just have a look how will this one sit. I think I quite like the 1 loop, and then I can come up with the seed beads and go through and come back down, creating the end into a little point. But you could add the 2-loop one as well. So if you added a 2-loop one, I would come on either side, go through the 1 loop, go back in this last bead, again go through this loop here, come back. I would do this probably 2 or 3 times to really secure my 2 loops to that end, and then come back down and fill in this seed bead here, or might have to do 2 seed beads. So go back up, go through the loop, come back down, adding 2 seed beads, and then go around just to fill that gap. So bearing in the, actually, let me know which one do you think we should do? Shall we do the one with 1 loop, or shall we do the one with 2 loops? Because I think either one of those would work perfectly using adding it to it. You let me know which one you want me to see to add to it. I can do any of them. I'm not sure. I quite like the round one because it's a round in shape, same as the beads, but this one is gonna look great. It's a nice and neat and little one as well, and it is saying 1 loop. So let me know, anybody else, and saying 1 loop. Camilla's saying the 2 loops, so we got 2 1s and 1 2s. We will do whichever one the most of you saying. I think it looks really great with both. These 2-loop sliding clasp are, I think, really like a game changer because you can do so much with it. So we got 2-loop, 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 1 loop, 1 loop, 2-loop, 2-loop, 1 loop, 2-loop, 2. I think the 2-loop is winning because I counted sort of 5 1 loops with 1 hand, but we got about 10 2 loops on the other side. So I think we're gonna be adding the 2 loops to it. So I haven't tried this. So again, adding this clasp here we're just gonna trying it here straight on live. But I think the way to add this is to go through your middle bead, pull this up nice and tight, and I'm just going to go through the loop on the clasp, just like that. I'm going to come back through, so I'm exiting here, went through one of the loops, I'm going to come back through that middle, the last bead, pull this up nice and tight, and straight on into the loop on the other side, pull this up, go back through that middle bead, and with this I secured it on there. Now I don't particularly like to see these loops showing on my bracelet, so any of you, if you follow my work, you know that I always like to hide these away and add some seed beads onto the top of it. So there's no reason why we should, or the reason why we couldn't do that. I do like to sew the loops onto my work a couple of times because I think that just make it stronger. Now I'm gonna come to the other side, so I'm coming out of this bead so I can connect some seed beads to this. So I'm just gonna weave my thread around. I hope this will work because I haven't tried this. I'm sure it will. If not, we just take it back. So just woven my thread around, so I'm coming around that bead. I think one seed bead is not going to be enough, so I'm going to pick up a couple of seed beads and go through that loop. So those two seed beads just going to sit nicely there. Then I'm going to come back through both of those seed beads and the miracle bead and weave my thread to the other side. And I'm going to pick up two seed beads here, 1, 2, and go through this loop. And again, I'm going to come back through both of those seed beads and that gold bead as well. So we secured the seed beads to the clasp as well. But now what I really want to do, I want to add some seed beads here to cover up these loops. So I'm quite simply, what I'm going to do, I'm going to weave my thread around. I'm going to come up through that miracle and the two seed beads all the way to the top, and I'm just going to pick up and add some seed beads on the top here. So sometimes I just pick it up on my needle and I measure it there and I see if that is the right amount of seed beads. So I picked up 3, which I thought is going to be the right one, and it's about looks right. You might be able to get away with 4, but I think 3 is enough. Yes, I think 3 is going to sit really nicely. And then I'm going to come back down on the other side, those 2 seed beads. Well, you can go down as much as you want, because with that you have finished adding and covering that clasp. And we got those 3 seed beads sitting on the top of the loop. So your bracelet is going to look more professional. Now I'm going to do a couple of 1 thread knots here just very quickly, and just secure this thread so it doesn't move anymore. So then we can go to the other side and add our other end. Just pull this nice and tight. I'm going to go through a couple more beads. You can go up and down in your bracelet to making it stronger and making it more sort of solid, more stiff. And just pull this up again, adding that 1 thread knot, just securing it there, taking it through a few more beads just like that, and pulling it too. So very quickly, I'm just going to leave this here. Actually, I can cut this off because we finished with that side. I'm going to add my needle on the other side. That's it. So I'm just taking a little bit more thread off the bobbin. Again, I'm gonna thread the needle here. I'm so glad this is worked out because this is the beauty of today's creation station, that we are working blind here really, because I don't know, I haven't tried it before, we're trying it today. So because we're using a 2-loop clasp, the only thing you need to make sure when you're adding this end to your loops that your bracelet is not twisted, because if it's twisted and then you are sewing it through that way, there is no way to untwist it apart from cutting it at the end off and start again. So I always like to loop it around my hand and sew it that way. You could sew it by taking the other end apart and just sewing your end here. I don't like to do that because, believe me, and I've done it before, when I first started using these clasps, that I sewed it on the wrong way and I ended up with an unusable bracelet again. So I always sew it on when it's closed and wrap it around my hand when I go through the first loop. So I'm coming at this side of the bead, I'm going towards the top, so I need to go through that second loop. And then I pull it tight, go back through that bead, pulling it nice and tight and come through the second loop. Once you went through the second loop, or even if you got more loop, you can use like a 3 or 4 loop clasp if using a thicker one. I'm gonna go back through here. This point I can open up my clasp just like that, because it's on there the right way, and I can concentrate on finishing my end here. So what I need to do now, we sewn it there. What did we do? Oh yeah, we went around. So I'm gonna go around that last little square. I'm gonna pick up 2 seed beads. 1, 2. I'm gonna come through that loop again. Gonna go down the seed bead and the miracle bead, and then coming through this, weaving it to the other side, then picking up another 2 seed beads here, going through the loop, just like that, going back down again. I'm just going around here, following any thread path I created before, getting back up to this side. Now let's just see. Yes, one thing you need to make sure when you're adding your decoration beads, that you're going to be adding them to the right side of your clasp. So I'll just tell you what I mean. So I need to add my decoration beads to this side, but I'll flip-flop my work as I'm working, so you could end up working on this side, and if I added it here, it would be on the other side, so I need to make sure I'm adding it to the right side. So just put your work down, have a look where the other decoration beads at the top, and then you could do that the same here as well. I'm just going to pick up 3 of my seed beads. As I'm coming out of these 2, I'm just going to go down through the other 2 on the other side, and that's it. With that, we added our decoration beads. I'm just going to take this down, do a couple of 1 thread knots again, just to secure my thread, and then I'm quite simply just going to trim, and our bracelet will be ready. Just go down. I like to do 2 or even 3 knots as I'm going along. When I'm doing a 1 thread knot, I'm not going through a bead, I'm just catching the thread path under my beads, and as I'm pulling, as you come through, you form this little knot, and before that little knot, the little loop disappears, you go through the loop, and that forms your knot. Never cut your thread off right next to the knot, so I'm just going to take it down through a few more beads and cut that off, and with that our bracelet is done. And I can pop this on, and it's just the right size. I think it's just the right size for me. That's it. Where do you go? And you need to put it on really quickly. It never really happens. It's the same thing when you want to thread a needle really quickly. It's never gonna happen. So let's just put both ends together. Oh, what's going on with my hands today? I have had a cramp in one of my fingers for the last 3 days, and my index finger here, it doesn't really work very well at the moment. Let me just hold it to myself. So I'm holding, I'll go in. I have to do it on my other hand. because my index finger on my left hand at the moment, it doesn't really want to move. Or actually, I just show it to you. I just close it here. Sorry about that. That's fine. There we go. And we got a lovely little bracelet. Yeah, Kemily is saying put it on your other hand. Yes, I'm going to do that. So I don't know what I did. I got it. It's a little bit swollen here as well. And it's really hurt. So I might, if it doesn't go away over the next, yes, that I just secured it on there. So if it doesn't, you can see the sort of that's where my watch was. I just taken it off. If it doesn't go away, I'm going to have to go to doctors with it. But I really love it. I think it's really nice little pattern. Love the miracle beads, love all the colors what it comes in. Now, so if you want to grab any of these bundles, actually I phoned Simon up and I said I really want to do something with bundles this morning. He has given us a bundle on the website. Hold on, let me just get, because that was the Totally Beads page. There we go. Come back to it. There we go, that's the right one. So he has given us a bundle on the website, Facebook tutorials, fourth one down on the top. If you click on that, that will take you today, which is Creation Station. Lovely Sarah was doing the hematite necklace yesterday, cluster rings the day before. All of them are there going back for the last, I don't know how long, but quite, it's over 6 months. But I will count the days up. So Molly Pop, the rainbow bracelets and the ombre bracelets get the flat spiral with the miracles beads in there today. But there is a 5mm bundle, 10 color pack, usually £15, £12 today. So in that one, you're gonna have 10. It's not a mixed bag. What you get 10 different bags of the miracle beads. Let me just pop you here and I'll show you. Where is my screen? There we go. So you're gonna 10 different bags with colors in there. Each one of those bags containing about approximately 80 beads. And that's what, those are the ones I used today. So you could go for one of that one is £12 today instead of £15. So you got a 20% savings on that, which is great. And he also added all the seed beads, what I showed you earlier. I did like sort of neutral colors in there. So the one we used is this frosted metallic iris brown. Yes, metallic iris brown. And that's the one we used today. But equally, this transparent root beer I think would be great, or a frosted jet black, or even a jet black. I think that would look really great as well. And I do actually wear a lot of black. Maybe I should have done it with black one, but might just do another one. There's a creamy color there as well. This is just a 10-gram bag. Will do you for well, this one probably using maybe 2 grams of that 10 gram. So a 10-gram bag will do you 10 bracelets like this. No problem at all. Yes, so do check that one out. Now, before you run off, do let me know that I personally will post on last night that what do you want to see on the Creation Station, what do you want to do, and so many of you jumped on there and said loads of lovely things, and I just wanted to respond to some of those ones because I think there have been a really great questions on them. Lonnie's saying you could add that on both sides of bracelets, so it's some both ways, no wrong or right side, and yes you could do, and I have done it in some of the designs that you add that little beads by the clasp to hide the loops. You could do that one. That's what Diane is saying, why don't you use both sides as well? Right, so let me just go and respond to some of those. So last actually let's move this onto me because you don't need to see the bead mat anymore. So I just put like what would you like to see. So loads of you asked for bugle beads, which I'm gonna be looking in, and I got there is a this is really great because I got an earrings, but I want to do bugle beads. I've got a few different things what I really want to do with bugle beads, but haven't really had the time to sort of sit down work it out, put it into a kit and write the instructions, do a video for it. So definitely gonna do it as a creation station. I love bugle beads. I think bugle beads are so underused. That is, I think they are really, they can do a lot of different things with it. So that was suggested. I think Mina was asking, Alison was asking, Giti was asking about bugle beads. So yes, I put that on the list. Crow and Pro, please. So Crow and Pro is cubic right angle weave. Pro is prismatic right angle weave. Cubic right angle weave, I know that Sarah will be doing, because she's got a little project what she wants to do, and we're just waiting for some beads to come in for that, which is not going to be next 2 or 3 weeks. So she's got something coming up with that in one of the Facebook lives. Then Pro is prismatic right angle weave, which is based on Crow, so it's still tubular. So Crow and Pro is a tubular stitch. Pro is when you take your beads up and down in size, and we did do an erudite bead like that, where we are taking the beads up and down in size, which we could do. I plan in for one of the sessions, because you are changing the size of the beads as you go up down. So you start with like 4mm, then you go into 6, then you come back down to 4mm as well. So that will be a great one to do. I'll put that on the list as well. And Andrea was saying, sorry it's so late, really hope you in land of Nod now, because she put this on like, I think it was like 11 o'clock last night. Her suggestion was that, can we do multi-strand necklaces, like lengths and connections, and how to connect and how to hide your connection, etc. Yes, I'm going to put that on the list, because that is a really great one to do. A lot of people who sort of, when they start jewelry making, they just do a single strand of necklace, but as they progress, they wanted to do 3, 4, 5, 6 strands of necklaces and do loads of different things. There is many ways to do it. So I will put you on the list, and we will have a play with that, because I love doing multi-strand necklaces myself as well. Debbie was asking how to unreel your cords. I'm not really sure that what you meant on that, but I will ask back on that. Peyote star, yes. I've been looking into that, because I really love them myself. They are really easy to do. Yes, we will do one. I'll put that on the list as well. And then Sandy was saying she has trouble attaching the clasp onto bracelets. So like today, when we looked at the 2 loop and the 1 loop, I think that's what she means, that how to you know, attach things and how to put things together, how to attach findings. And I think depending on what sort of stitch you're doing, what you're doing, you'd Shaf is saying, good morning all, I'm in bed with a stinking head cold, watching this beautiful lady. Have a lovely day everyone, love to you all. Shaf, I really hope that you do get better soon. I think there's so many things, like, you know, colds and flus and all the things are going around. Do let us know how you get on. The Tiara band 8mm out of stock, will you have more soon? Molly, if you're still watching, can you check that, because I know there was more of the really thick 8mm ones behind, or maybe it was on the other shelf. But if you go to sort of the side of the shelves and looks, I'm sure there was more there. So have a look, and then you can put that back in stock. So Jane was asking for bugle bead designs as well. Karen was asking beaded crystal angel or Halloween fairy, or witcher hat or broom. So that actually got me thinking last night, and I'm going to do a little witch's broom pendant, and I came up with a way, but I do need to test that a little bit, because I'm not entirely sure if I want something on the top, but I got something. I might do that for next week, because I do love little quirky things like that, and I think that would look really good as well. Roz was asking for wire wrapping, more wire wrapping. Yes, there's more wire wrapping coming. I think there's a couple of things already planned in. Joe was asking for more Halloween makes. I am gonna look for do a pumpkin, because we got check crescent beads, which I think when we put together nicely, they will make the most amazing pumpkins. So I will have a look at that. I just need to pick some. I got some samples at the warehouse, so I need to pick that up and have a look. Something with skulls, Jolie's asking. Yes, absolutely. We have been, I really want to do like a little skeleton man. So I've been looking into that with Christopher. And we hopefully will have something solid for you to show you. And Susan was asking that she really loved what Sarah was showing. Sarah P was showing yesterday, and her question on what else you could put into those squares. So this was yesterday's our Facebook lives. Now, you have to just try it because different beads are different sizes. I think 6mm is the biggest one what you're going to get into, but sometimes there's a tiny bit of difference between the beads, so they can be 10% smaller or 10% bigger, and they will or will not fit in. You just really try and arrow. Oh, Molly found the stock. So the hairbands are back in stock on the website. So that's good. Ollie Mully sent me, I hope I say your name right, lovely. She sent me a picture. I have seen it. She wants to do like a ring. I will have a look at with that one because I think that one we need to do with wire or monofilament or something like that. But I'm looking into it, lovely. Right, and then we also had twin hole beads. Now twin hole beads are the same. Pat was asking about twin hole beads. They are same as super geo beads, so any patterns you have with super geo beads should work with twin hole beads. We do not stock twin hole beads, and I'm not even sure if I got any. I will have a look in my stash, but any pattern with super geo beads should work with twin hole beads because they're the same, very similar shape and very same size, just manufactured by different factories, so they should cross work as well. And so Mina, do you see anything about bugle or seed beads? Yes, I'll get on that to do. Lona was asking for a beaded poppy, so I know Sarah was working or something like that, but we are waiting for seed beads to come in for that one. She said more pumpkins for Halloweens and bits of pieces, so I think I want to do like little pumpkin earrings and bits of pieces. I will have a good look into that. Teresa was saying she wanted more with bugle beads as well. Sam was asking how to make rings with memory wire. Yep, I'll put that on the list as well because with memory wire you got to have different sizes. So you got one which is a ring size, you got a necklace size, and you got the bracelet size one. I'll put that on the list as well. And Margaret was asking Christmas star. I have made the kit. I got the kit. She made one, and then she forgot all about it and tried it later on. And she couldn't remember how she made it, and she got stuck on the second one. So I put the Christmas stars on the list as well to do later on. So that was but if you got any suggestion, or they only saying twin hole beads are slightly smaller. We don't stock twin hole beads, so I don't work with them on a regular basis. So I will take your word for it, Diane. If you got a picture of what you made in super duos and twin hole beads, it would be really great, and I think it would be really helpful for everybody if you pop it into the handmade group, or PM me and then I can show it off to you and next week, because it would be really nice to see for everybody if you tried it, that how does it all work. So you were saying, can we have spiral twist with seed and bugle beads, please? So Sarah is working with spiral twists well, and it's in planned in. I'm probably not supposed to tell anything, but because she's seen those really lovely hematite beads we were using the other day with the hairbands, headbands, she said like she would like to do a twisted spiral necklace with that one, so she's working with that one, so that's coming as well. Hazel was saying, very enjoyable, a nice way to spend an hour learning something new. Well, we're just playing around, really. It could have gone all wrong and it could not work out. We don't know. That's the beauty of... so we just need a sip of my coffee. That's the beauty of this creation station, that I don't know what is it going to turn out at the end. You don't know. We just sort of play and we see what happens. Carol is saying, I have substituted twins on beaded beads, have got both, so we'll post a picture. Very good. Do PM me a picture as well, because if you private message me a picture, then with that you give me the permission that I can put it in the live next week and show it to you all, and I think it would be really great that then everybody can see it. So I would be really grateful for that if you message me a picture. Right, so that's it for me today. Tomorrow it's gonna be Sarah with you, and I've got my diary here, but not in front of me. I tell you what she's going to be doing. We're going backwards and forwards with our diary, and hold on, it's not the 22nd of October today. Tomorrow it's gonna be Sarah, and she's going to be doing the plaited memory wire. I believe this was requested by Camille because she said she's seen it years and years and years ago and wanted to do, had to do it. So Sarah planned it in for tomorrow, and I think she's using crystals and pearls. We both picked our favorites, like a little bundle. So do look out for that one because they're looking quite great. I picked the turquoise and well, a sort of tealy turquoise color with the purples, and I just sort of picked it on an off chance, and I put it down in front of me on a table, and we were talking and talking, and the more I was looking at the colorway I picked, the more I liked it. So I really need to do something with that one as well. Yes, so tomorrow is Sarah memory wire, plaited memory wire bangles. Saturday is going to be Sarah and square stitch ribbon bracelet, and Sunday Sarah again, memory wire macrame bracelets. We got loads of things planned in. So October, and you're going to see the lovely Sarah Millsaps more because I really need to work on this USB 4 so we can release it on the 4th of November. Right, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was useful. And you know, we're gonna carry on with the creation station. So we're back next Thursday. Suggestion what you would want to do. I got a couple of other ideas where we can take this further, and look at that. I think even just like that it looks really good. Just give you that color. I might ombre it down and just use sort of gray tones, or the maybe the blue, purple and pink ones. I will have a little play with it if I get some time over the weekend. Do enjoy your time, and I will see you on, is it Monday I'm next on? I think so. Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow. I'll be in the background answering any questions if you have. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. On my page, Kitty Robinson Designs, on Sunday at 7 p.m, I'm going to do my usual Sunday night sort of waffle, just what happened in the week with me. If you're interested, pop on there on Sunday at 7, and just sort of an informal little chat with all of you, and have a look at that one. Right, I better run. Have a lovely day, everybody, and I'll see you next week, and Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow. Bye, take care, stay safe, keep on beading and crafting. Bye.